players like certain people.
Right.
Players love Kobe. Players love Kobe. And I don't know if it's the swag, it's his attitude. It's the remember when the guy put a ball in his face and he didn't flinch?
Matt Barnes.
Okay, Kobe is loved by the players. But Kobe in Game 7s, in his 5, averaged 21 a game and shot 37%.
Right.
He was awful. LeBron is not as beloved by players because a little passive-aggressive. Sometimes he's not aggressive. You're kind of like, LeBron's last 5 Game 7s, he's literally 20% better than he is in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask players, let me guess, you think Kobe's more clutch than LeBron?
Of course.
Players love Kobe.
Jordan, too.
Well, no, Jordan, you can have a legitimate. I'll never, Michael's Michael.
Right.
But there is this feeling Kobe's clutch. And the numbers don't bear it out.
Yeah, the 5 championships do, though.
I know. But he had Shaq.
Not all of them.
A lot of them. So when you look at LeBron and Kobe, but LeBron shoots almost 50%. Kobe, and again, I think Kobe's first ballot Hall of Famer, shoots 37%. But you would take Kobe in the last 8 minutes of a game.
Definitely over LeBron. Definitely.
Why?
If I had to draft a player, I would draft LeBron, no question. But at the end of the game, Kobe and Jordan, they want the ball. Just something about those moments that they not running from. We've seen times where LeBron should have been that guy and made those clutch shots, and he didn't make those plays. And a lot of times he had Kyrie to make those plays, and he didn't have to make them. But Kobe and Jordan wanted the ball. We knew at the end of the games that they were going to make these plays, and they wanted them. And I'm not taking nothing from LeBron, but if I had the choice, I would go with Kobe and Jordan.
But you said you draft LeBron first.
Yes, people always ask about this Jordan-LeBron comparison. Look, Jordan is definitely great, but if I had to tell my kids who I want them to be like, LeBron James by far. I want my kids to look up to LeBron James. I don't even care if they know about Jordan. Okay? Yeah, if they wear his shoes, they know about Jordan because that was my era. But I want my kids to be just like LeBron before Jordan because he does everything right as far as off the court, as far as bringing his friends along, as far as using his voice, as far as being dominant and approaching the game the right way his whole career. He's done everything right. He hasn't had a scratch on his career in my mind. And I love Jordan, but I want my kids to be just like LeBron.
So LeBron's going to have to play virtually every minute to beat Toronto, does he?
I think so, especially after this last series, because they should have lost this last series. If they had better coaching and made better decisions at the end of games, they would have beat Cleveland by far. LeBron shouldn't have got that game-winning shot off. Bogdanovich, he came right by you. You and Thaddeus Young, double LeBron. Don't let him catch it. If Kevin Love, Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith hit a game-winning shot that they haven't hit all year, we'll live with that. It was horrible coaching by Indiana, and they deserve to lose that series.
By the way, are you rooting for – when you look at Philadelphia, and we were just joking that we all now are into Philadelphia because they beat that powerhouse Goran Dragic and 49-year-old D-Wade.
Right. I'm not big on Goran Dragic.
I like their athleticism. Are we getting a little overheated on Philadelphia, which is a baby team beating a Miami team that was bad?
Well, I don't think we're getting ahead of ourselves for the simple fact that if you look at how young this team is, if you look at how Ben Simmons controlled this series at this young age, didn't get rattled, him and Embiid have a little Tim Duncan in them as far as keeping their composure and not getting rattled. At that age, you can't teach that. And for them to do that in round one and to win that series and win it, in great fashion and being dominant, it's scary to see how these kids can grow, especially just their first time in the playoffs.
So you think Philly beats Boston?
I think it's going to be a good series. I don't know if they're going to win or not. They have the better players.
Philadelphia's got better players.
No question. They got better stars.
They have better length. They have the better big. They've had the better point. There's no question. Philly should win the series.
They don't have the better coach.
I know, but they're longer and they're better at big and point.
Right.
And by the way, Jaylen Brown may not play in the first game.
But Philly has
Philly has got a good enough coach.
They got a championship coach. Brett Brown, that's my guy. He's a championship coach.
Yeah,
He's been in San Antonio.
My gut feeling here is if Jaylen Brown doesn't play or is banged up, Philadelphia wins the series. But I do think, I personally, and I said this a week ago, and people thought I was nuts. I said LeBron's still great, but I don't think the league's beholden to LeBron James. I'm more interested to watch the Sixers Celtics than I am Raptors LeBron.
Oh no question. Everybody want to see that old Boston Philadelphia matchup, but until someone dethrones LeBron, he's on my. I'm not saying anybody's going to come out of the East. I'm still got LeBron coming out the East until somebody knock him off.
So let me guess. You're going to defend Russell Westbrook. That was awful.
Yeah, I'm going to defend him because I've been in those shoes.
What do you mean you've been in those shoes?
I played in the playoffs in Utah. Was shooting a free throw, and the guy had a life-size cutout of my body with, you seen the movie Life? Those black and white, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence?
I haven't.
They had the black and white jail suits on back in the day. It was a cardboard cutout with my face on it with a guy in a jail suit holding it right under the goal, right under the basket, where if you were watching the game on TV, you could see it broad day. And and this guy actually, for this guy was actually a good fan, but the cardboard cutout kind of threw me off. I really feel like if it was a bigger name player and their face was on that, the NBA or somebody
would not allow it.
Oh, they would have told them take it down. The camera sees it every time.
So it bothered you?
It didn't bother me, but it was there. It was there, and I went and signed it for him after the game because the guy, he wasn't a jerk. You know what I'm saying? He was just holding up trying to distract me. Other people in the stands were saying racial stuff about our family, all kind of stuff. Yeah, we heard it. And if Russ said that, he's definitely right. And that's the only city I've dealt with that in my NBA career is Utah. Now, it's one of the toughest places to play. And that has nothing to do with why they lost. Donovan Mitchell was by far the best player in that series, by far. Yeah. But if Russ said that, I couldn't disagree with him.
Kobe Bryant had a very difficult situation in the middle of his career in Colorado. You know that Kobe was taunted everywhere. I never saw Kobe lash out at fans like that.
I don't think I have either. Now, I've seen him turn around and say stuff to fans.
Okay,
yeah,
but
we all have.
Westbrook was unhinged.
Yeah, well, it's just like you walking out of work and somebody just standing in the parking lot and they get in your face.
I just roll my eyes.
Well, I'm different. Any man get in my space, you're going to get the same reaction from me. Don't get in my space. Don't scream at me. That's just like, if you that close where you can say something and spit hits my face, that's disrespectful.
Well, no, there's no question.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
But again, if you're the 10-year veteran, if you're you're the MVP, the cameras are on you.
Yeah, but, I don't care how much money. You can't pay me. See, that's why I was never a franchise player. Because there's not enough money you can pay me. It's not a role you can give me that I will bite my tongue when I feel disrespected by anyone. I don't care how much money you give me, what role you give me. If I feel disrespected as a man, I'm going to respond to the way I would want to respond, regardless how other people feel about it. If I feel disrespected, then that's how I want to handle it.
I don't have a problem as much with that, but once you're the MVP, it's like being the quarterback.
I disagree.
The rules change.
If I'm the MVP or I'm not the MVP, I'm the same person. Russ is the same guy.
You don't think Russell Westbrook now, people in the league don't look at him and think, he shot 43 times in the last 2 games.
Well, as players.
Or 82, excuse me.
As players, obviously, I want to see him with a coach that can pull.
You're blaming the coach.
Oh, no question. The offense was terrible. Anybody that know anything about basketball that watch the game, that is not the offense for you. Their offense can't be Golden State-ish. You have 3 of the best one-on-one players in the NBA. Why are you not running ISO plays? Why are you running pick and rolls for Melo to shoot threes? Melo is best right there on the block at a 3-dribble max. Paul George is a 6'9" 2 guard. He should be posting up. Perfect example, Colin. I'm going to give all y'all example. Yesterday, when Cleveland took off with the game, where did LeBron go? To the block. He posted up. He got 2 shots. Next thing you know, Jeff Green was getting layups off his post-ups. If they post up these one-on-one players today, these guys would succeed. Their offense that they had in OKC was the wrong offense for them because they gave Russ too much freedom and they played too fast with one-on-one players.
What do you mean they gave Russ too much freedom? What does that mean?
When you have guys like Paul and Carmelo, you have to slow the game down. You have to know when to slow the game down. This where Russ needs to get a little Chris Paul in his game. When you have players like Paul George and Carmelo, you have to slow the game down and give these guys the ball and put them.
He doesn't really have that gear.
He don't have that at all. He don't know how to put these guys in positions to succeed. And Carmelo, where he succeeds, where he was great in the New York, where he got all his points, is right there in that mid area, right there by the post, 2, 3, where he can face up and pull. That's his game. Paul George, if he posted up 2 guards, they would get Melo, he would get wide open shots instead of those pick and roll threes. He'll get a double team, swing, 3-pointer. That's the easiest shot in the game.
I just don't think Westbrook has that kind of self-awareness. I think Chris Paul does.
Right.
By the way, this is my knock on Derrick Rose. Derrick's an unbelievable talent. But Derrick didn't have the self-awareness to
make other guys better.
He just like some guys. John Wall's really talented, but he's always fighting with Bradley Beal. And I'm like, dude, Bradley Beal's an elite shooter. He should be your best friend. And John's not a shooter. He's a passer more than a shooter. I don't know. I think that Westbrook brand took a ding this weekend. His name is Steven Jackson, 14 years in the league. Great seeing you, bud.
Thanks for having me always.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.